Giga-Muller counter or GM counter. So what do you mean by Giga-Muller counter? It is one of the nuclear or particle detector used to measure ionizing radiation. It was developed by H. Giger and E. W. Muller in 1928. Actually, in 1908, the first model of GM counter was invented. It was invented by Giger and Rutherford, which was capable to detect only alpha particles. Later, in 1928, it was developed by Muller under the supervision of Giger. At that time, Muller was a PhD student of Sir Giger. The developed GM tube was now capable of detecting all kinds of ionizing radiation such as alpha particles, beta particles, neutrons and gamma rays. These are the two images of Giga-Muller counter. So in the first picture, this is the GM tube where ionization process will takes place, and in the second picture, this is the GM tube, and this is the place where we are going to keep some radioactive sources. So by keeping radioactive sources at different distance, we can study the nature of that radioactive element. So using this, we can study any ionizing radiation. Okay, now we will see the design of GM counter. Mainly it consists of hollow cylindrical metal tube which will act as cathode, and a fine tungsten wire is stretched along the axis of tube at the center which will act as anode. And at one end of the tube, a thin mica window is introduced for the entry of radiation into the tube. Next, this tungsten wire is connected to positive terminal of high tension battery through resistor R, and negative terminal of HT battery is connected to metal tube. This metal tube is then evacuated and partially filled with halogen gas and quenching agent. In most of the time, argon is used as neutral halogen gas. Let us see how this GM counter will work. As ionizing radiation enters into the GM tube through mica window, it causes ionization. So because of ionization, there will be a production of positive ion and electron. So this ionization is called as primary ionization, and produced ions are called as primary ions. So the produced cation, that means positive ion, will drift towards metal tube, and produced electron will move towards tungsten wire. While moving towards tungsten wire, if energy of produced primary electron is more than that of ionization energy of halogen, then secondary ionization will take place. That means electron will undergo collision with neutral halogen gas and produces another pair of electron and positive ion. This process is called as secondary ionization. To get measurable chemicals, we need more number of electrons. To get more number of electrons, we need to amplify ionization process. So here, ionization is considerably amplified within the tube by Townsend avalanche. So what do you mean by this Townsend avalanche? So it is a multiple process takes in the form of cascade. So it is means it is a multiple ionization process takes place in the form of chain, which is called as Townsend avalanche. So see here, it is a single electron. It is a secondary electron, means electron produced from secondary ionization. Actually, this electron is not having that much energy to produce ionization, but it will gain some energy from high tension voltage which is supplied to the GM counter. Because of that gained energy, it will collide with remaining neutral halogen gas molecules, and there may be excitation or ionization of that gas molecules. Because of excitation, we will get photon emission, and because of ionization, we will get cation anion pair. So at the end of Townsend avalanche, we will get a huge number of electrons. So this whole process is called as Townsend avalanche, in which each free electron will create a more number of free electron by the same ionization process. This avalanche will terminate when all the produced ions will be collected in the respective electrode. Means here positive ions will be collected at metal tube, that means cathode, and electrons will be collected at tungsten wire at the end of avalanche. So because of the collection of electrons, there will be a production of measurable detection pulse, which is then fed into the electronic part of the GM counter, which will give the count rate of ionizing radiation. This is the video how Townsend avalanche will happen in GM tube. We can see here how photons and anion cations are formed in this Townsend avalanche process. These photons are produced because of excitation and anion cation pair are produced because of ionization. These photons and anion cation pair are the key element in the propagation of chain reaction. That is, this can create additional ionization process. Okay, because of this photon and anion cation, we will get a more number of electron. Because of that more number of electron, we are getting a desirable amount of count pulse. Let us discuss about the topic quenching. Till now, we discussed about primary ionization, secondary ionization, and Townsend avalanche. So these three processes together we call it as Geiger discharge. So after this Geiger discharge, the slow moving positive ions reach the surface of metal tube and get discharged there. As a result of this discharge, current pulse is generated. Because of this current pulse, again Geiger discharge will begin. That gives the indication to the counter as if another ionizing radiation has entered into the GM tube, which is not true. Thus, single particle is counted twice. So we have to deactivate this positive ion before it reaches to the metal tube. So the process of eliminating undesired positive ion around the central anode wire in GM tube is called quenching. In most of the cases, ethyl alcohol is used as quenching agent. This quenching agent will interact with positive ion and neutralizes them. During this process, quenching agent will become cation, which will rapidly drift towards surface of metal tube and get discharged there. Since it will not have enough energy to generate current pulse, we will get actual count rate. What are the application of GM counter? GM counter have many application in radioactivity detection. GM counter is widely used in applications such as radiation dosimetry, radiological protection, experimental physics, and in the nuclear industry. Here, few of them are mentioned. This GM counter is used to detect radioactive rocks and minerals in the course of mineral prospecting or as a mineral collector. And it is also used to check environmental level of radioactivity near a nuclear power facility. And it is also used to check for radioactive contamination of clothing and shoes in your workplace, and to check possible leakage or exposure of X-ray in medical facility, and to check the level of iodine 131 in cancer patient undergoing radiation therapy. These are the few applications of GM counter.